Hey Glam Fam, welcome to today's video. We're testing out more new makeup. I have the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Glow Foundation Stick. I'm going to show you guys the best way to apply this product. We're going to compare it to the very popular Hollywood Flawless filter and why I don't particularly like this one on my skin and the reasons why I won't wear it anymore. So we'll go over all that fun stuff. Plus I have outdoor footage. We're going to do an all-day wear test, and I have footage from another day to show you guys how it wore more natural and how it looks outside as well. So we're just gonna have some fun. If you like videos like this, please give it a huge thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get going.
Booty bounce on the dance floor.
All right, Glam Fam, let's jump right into it. So this is a product that definitely has a slight learning curve to it because I do feel like this was slightly mislabeled. So this is Charlotte Tilbury's brand new Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Foundation Stick. And this hydrating stick is supposed to give you that glow, but you can't think of it like a foundation. And we're gonna go over all that in just a second and the best way to apply this product. But I think if you kind of walk into it in that way, you might like the product more. But I think people that go into it thinking this is an actual foundation is where this could possibly go wrong for a lot of people. So especially a girl like me who has texture, who's acne prone, we're gonna go over all the ingredients in just a second, but I'm gonna show you guys why I can't use this product anymore, this very, very famous Hollywood Flawless filter, but I can use this one because of the ingredients. So let's touch on the details really quick and I'll show you guys the swatch and the shade I picked up. So this does retail for $46 US, and you get about 0.3 ounces and 9 grams of product. So we're looking at about $5.11 per gram. This is made in Italy and it does have a 12-month shelf life. This foundation is available in 20 stretchable shades, and the shade I went with, and I did her color match on her website. I bought this myself and they matched me with 4 Fair. Let's take a look at that swatch on the back of my hand. So this definitely has more of a peach undertone, and this one definitely matches my skin tone. I actually would like to kind of go back and see if I can find a lighter shade with more of a golden undertone. And I'm going to show you guys the swatch compared to, because I do wear the same shade in the Hollywood Flawless filter, and that is shade 4 medium. And I want to say that is definitely more of a golden undertone, more of a golden neutral undertone, and that's fair medium with neutral undertones. And you can see that side by side to this Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick swatch, both shade 4, but definitely different undertones. So keep that in mind. I do think the Hollywood Flawless filter is a little bit lighter as well. I felt like this one ran a little bit darker. So I think it's shade 3 that I want to go with, but I'll show you guys right there, the one I definitely want to pick up. Now, just so you guys know, I do have an affiliate link with Charlotte Tilbury and it will be at the top in the description box. And I do have a code and it's KristiAllure FA4SM, random numbers, I know, but you guys can use that and get 15% off of your Charlotte Tilbury purchase, or you can purchase it at Sephora, and I do have an affiliate link with Sephora as well, but I don't have a 15% off code, and this did work because I used my own code and I got 15% off myself. So this is not a product I would personally use as a foundation. You can see right there, it is a very sheer glow, and I think taking out the foundation part would make people like it more, because I think people are misutilizing this product in that sense, because when I use it the way I used it in the second part of this video, I love it. So she describes this as the Swipe, Blend, and Glow. It's a supernatural, weightless, light coverage, hydrating foundation stick that quickly smooths, blurs, and leaves a soft, focused, second skin glowing finish. It's packed with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and collagen, which rapidly hydrates and nourishes for a more youthful looking skin. Also has daikon radish seed oil, which moisturizes and helps the skin look smoother and firmer over time. So let's touch on the full ingredient list right there. There was a lot of ingredients. I wasn't quite sure what they were. So here we go. We have C1519 Alcon, and that is a light, non-greasy emollient that makes your skin soft and smooth. Then you have that second word, I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that, and that is a branch chain primary alcohol. So for my ladies out there that have allergies to alcohol, which we do have some Glam Fam sisters that do have that, just be mindful of that. And then the third ingredient, again, I'm not going to try to pronounce these words, but it functions as an emollient that helps to keep the skin soft, smooth, and supple. Then you have mica, and then you have the next ingredient that is mildly comedogenic. So keep that in mind. It's an alternative to caprylic capric. It's also an emollient and emulsifier to smooth out your skin by creating a barrier to help your skin retain moisture. It's derived from isoteric acid. So just keep that in mind, because that could possibly be something that could break me out potentially, or break somebody else out that has acne prone skin. It's gluten-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and it has less than 1% of synthetic fragrances. There is not a fragrance that I can personally smell. Again, this is not one I'm going to personally use as a foundation, but I do want to show you guys what it looks like as a foundation, and I want to compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I did prep my skin as always with my Dermatology water cream. You guys know I can't do any look without my water cream, and as always you can get 20% off with my code Kristi20 and my affiliate link below. And then I went in with my NYX Freezy Face. You guys know this is just my method, what works for me. This product works as like a moisturizer and a primer, so you don't have to use a primer after this. I do, but that's up to you. But I just really love the cooling sensation, especially during the summertime, and I keep that in the refrigerator. And then I went in with my #1 primer from Dermatology, and you guys know that's just my favorite silicone type primer that just really smooths out my pores and gives me the best canvas. If I do not do those three things, I notice a huge difference in my makeup, and that's just for me. Everybody has their own method, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to be applying the Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick on the right side of my face, and then I'm going to be doing the Hollywood Flawless on the left side of my face. So we started off with this stick. Beautiful packaging, you guys. Absolutely stunning packaging. As always, Charlotte Tilbury delivers that gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. Make sure you don't roll that up too high. You want to just make sure to roll it up at a perfect amount where you don't break the stick. And I'm just going to roll it from the inner part of my face to the outer part of my face, really starting on that highlighted area of where I would use it. Really gorgeous color. I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury brush, and I am just taking that. That's one of my favorite brushes, that dual-ended brush, Hollywood complexion brush. And it has a perfect size head for my small face, and I'm just taking the remainder all over the rest of the area, really staying on that right side because we're going to be applying the Hollywood Flawless filter on the other side. But that is what it looks like. I mean, as you can see, you're just really not getting any coverage. So just please keep that in mind. I'm gonna actually take the brush to the stick now and start applying it a little bit more on the forehead, which is where I really think that this product just is so beautiful. A little bit on the nose there as well, but again, you're not getting any coverage. I'm building that up just to show you guys that you just, no matter how much you build that up, you're just not gonna really get what you want if you have anything to cover up. Like I said, if you don't have anything to cover up, this is absolutely gonna be beautiful on you, especially for young girls that have like no wrinkles, no problem areas. But a lot of young girls have acne, and I would not recommend it for that. That would just be really scary in my opinion, because that's going to emphasize anything you have in those areas, any type of texture. But you can see what it looks like without. On the side I haven't touched yet, and then obviously the side that we applied the foundation stick. And again, really, really beautiful, but I want you guys to be able to see the differences. I actually personally think my skin looked more clear without anything on, because the highlighting stick does pronounce things, which is why I wouldn't wear this product on its own. But I do think it's really beautiful under foundation and under my powders and stuff like that, because you keep that glow, but it's just like the L'Oreal product. I'll go over all the glowy products I really, really enjoy at the end. And now let's take a look at what it looks like in outside of my studio lights, just so you guys can get a more iPhone camera perspective of what that looks like, more real life, right? My lights make everything look much, much better. So looking at it in that lighting and on my iPhone, you're really gonna see a difference. So that is what it looks like. Now let's touch on the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. We're gonna apply that again to the left side of my face. We're gonna take my Sonia G buffer brush. It has a nice, decent size head, kind of similar to, a little bit bigger than the Charlotte Tilbury one. I don't feel like you get as much glow though with this one as you do the stick. In my personal opinion, I think the stick gives you a little bit more, I say that Tin Man glow, because it reminds me of like a Tin Man, where this one is just kind of a more natural glow in my opinion. So if you don't like a ton of glow, you don't break out from coconut derivatives, then I do still think Hollywood Flawless Filter would be a better choice for you. So you just have to decide on what you guys like. But I wanted to show you the difference. You can totally see that that's a natural like glow within, and then you can see like that Tin Man glow on the other side. But both absolutely beautiful. It just depends on what you're looking for. I actually personally think this one is best for me, the stick, not only because of the ingredients, but also because it doesn't have the coconut derivatives that are going to break me out. Now it has other potential ones that could break me out, so I have to keep that in mind as well. It just wouldn't be a product I'm going to use all the time, but maybe for special occasions and stuff like that, it'd be really nice. This is my third day wearing this product now, and I'm just showing you guys the difference side by side of what those two look like. But I don't know, it just depends on what you guys like and what you prefer. They're both absolutely stunning. Again, I just can't personally use the Hollywood Flawless Filter with my current skin type now. Again, things could change down the road and I may not be allergic to coconut derivatives as much, or I may not have pores as much as time goes by. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer, and this is just a really beautiful serum-like concealer. It doesn't give you a ton of coverage, but it gives you that perfect light amount of coverage, but is not as thick as like an Hourglass. I love the Hourglass one because it's not thick, but it's definitely more full coverage. I don't have to build it as much, but this one is still really pretty. Sometimes I like to mix the two together when I don't want too much I don't want too much coverage. With the Hourglass, I'll mix these two, but really, really pretty. I've been actually reaching for this one, and I'm kind of taking this one all over the face and using it as like a foundation type over it to kind of spot conceal some of the areas. And I'm just trying to show you guys how you can utilize this if you want to make it more of like a foundation and not use a foundation over this. This is just another way to do it, just being able to spot conceal like that. So I'm using a new Rephr brush. These are the new synthetic line, and this is the concealer. I think this is B05, I want to say. I think B04 is the foundation, but I'll put it right there. But I'm testing these out, and I really, really like this brush. It is really, really nice. I'm just taking the other Rephr synthetic brush, the B04, and pressing that in, and then going in with my Dose of Colors sponge to blend that out and pull away any excess product. As always, you guys know I like to do that. And that is what it looks like as just a foundation with the beautiful concealer to kind of spot conceal those areas that I have discolorization. But that looks really beautiful if you want to do it that way. It's just not my preferred method, but you can absolutely do it that way. And I don't think it looks bad. I actually think it looks really pretty when I'm looking at it. But I washed all of that off, got the Hollywood Flawless Filter off my face, went back and put on that same base. Then I went in with my Maybelline, this is 118. You guys know this is my holy grail #1 foundation. I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury, even though I'm doing kind of a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I didn't have an actual foundation. My beautiful skin got really bad. They expire really fast. So I do have a review on that if you guys want to check that out. I just never repurchased it again, but shade 5 is my shade in that, and it is really pretty. And I'm just taking that new Rephr brush 04, and I'm just blending that in. It reminds me of the BK Beauty 101. It reminds me a lot of that brush, and I'll do a comparison in a short, so stay tuned for that. But I like to do the Maybelline first because I want to show you guys what this looks like over a foundation. You kind of saw what it would look like under a concealer, which kind of actually the concealer is a little bit thicker than this Maybelline one, to be honest. So this is just another method that you can do, and I'm building up the Maybelline right there just because I wanted just a bit more coverage. I just wanted a little bit more glam because we were going to do a little bit more with the eyes in this Charlotte Tilbury look. So I did add in a little bit more Maybelline. I really like this rougher brush, you guys. It is quite nice, and it's neat to see a synthetic brush from Rougher just to have that option, especially for cream products. But yeah, it's really good. I still love the other Rougher one that's not synthetic, the Japanese made bristles. I like that other one. I think it's BO2, I want to say. I did it in a video a while back and I really love that one. Probably more than this one, but it's still really good. I think this one's going to be good for blushes. And then I went in with the concealer from Charlotte Tilbury, once again, shade 5. And I'm just doing like my normal makeup routine, and then I'll show you how I implement the foundation or the new glow stick. But just getting in those little areas where I had some redness, and then obviously just doing the normal concealer. Taking the smaller side of that Hollywood complexion brush and just starting to kind of blend things out, spreading that concealer out just a little bit, and then I'll go in with my sponge. By letting that concealer set a little bit, it was able to give it a little bit more coverage, and that is a trick. If you have a more thinner concealer that's not as full coverage, let it sit on the skin for a little bit and then blend it out with the sponge, and you'll get a lot more coverage, as you can see. And then I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury stick and I started applying it as if I was applying a highlighter to the areas where the sun naturally would hit you, where you would glow. And I stuck to those areas and not too far up to where I feel like it's going to accentuate stuff. And for me, it works much better this way. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand in Fair Medium. I wish she would deliver this product in a different component, but this is where we're at with it. She hasn't changed it yet. But it is a really beautiful natural contour. You can build that up. You can make it glamorous like I did, but it really does. It looks scary at first. You don't need a lot. 1 dot is even too much, you guys. That was even too much. That was a lot of product. But even though it looks really aggressive, it will blend out really nicely, and you'll see right there. It's pretty easy to blend this product out. It's not like it sticks to the skin or anything like that. And I'm using my Hourglass brush to blend that out. I know it looks aggressive. Bear with me, it will blend out into something really beautiful. I'm taking that rougher brush with whatever's left over from my foundation and just blending that into the skin. And it is really easy to blend out in that respect. I really, really like this product. It is super nice. Taking my dose of color sponge and blending that out. But it looks so healthy. My skin looks really healthy and glowy. I really, really love applying the product that way. It really delivers such a gorgeous glow to the skin. And then I went in with the Beauty Light Wand in the shade I think it says Pink Gasm is the shade. And this is very aggressive. So what I like to do is kind of squeeze that out. I went to the cheek and remembered I don't like to apply this way. So this is a very glowy blush. I like to do it on the back of my hand. That was way too much product. I ended up wasting a lot. And then I just took it onto my Smashbox brush and started applying it to my cheek. That's the best way for me to apply this product. And it is a very glowy blush. So if you don't like glowy blushes, this is not going to be your cup of tea. I didn't before, but for some reason I'm starting to like them just a little bit. By the time I put my powders over it, you guys, it starts to really mellow out, but it keeps that glow. So I do appreciate that. So that's why I started to go, okay, I can get on board with this a little, but you can see it is I would not leave my makeup like that. That's just, for me personally, is not my jam. For other people, they love that look. I don't know. That's just not me. but it is really, really pretty. So I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder with my Makeup Forever Puff. I went back to this one because my Starbucks, my Sephora one fell apart on me. This is why I only like using the Makeup Forever one. You guys know how much I ended up buying 2 of those Sephora puffs during the sale time, and they washed horribly. This is just by far the best puff. It's just like the Amazon ones. They're just so bad after a while, where this Makeup Forever one always remains amazing. I'm still like on my 4th one, and I can't even tell you guys how many I purchased just as backups because I love this so much. And this is the larger puff one. This is the one I like to apply my powdered foundations and setting powders with. Makes everything so incredibly flawless and airbrushed, but you still see that glow. You can still see the glow underneath, and that's what I appreciate about this stick. Now I am gonna go in with my one size powder. I know it's not Charlotte Tilbury, but this is the only powder I like to set my concealer with. There is just truly nothing like it on the market. It is magical when it comes to coverage, especially with a Charlotte Tilbury concealer that being so lightweight. This gives me that little extra coverage I personally love. It's not for everybody. You could have stopped at the airbrush powder from Charlotte Tilbury. That's what makes my makeup for me on my personal face stay put and stay pretty. And now I'm going in with the Sweet powder. You guys, I'm so upset. I can't use any other loose powder anymore. This is my jam right here. This is my holy grail, the most amazing powder, loose powder I've ever used. I mean, truly, it gives this like filter on the face like no other. Like, it just makes any makeup look magical. And you'll see my reaction to this because I was like, whoa, with the way that looks with that serum stick underneath. Oh my gosh. I call it a serum stick because that's what I feel like this product is. But combine the 2 of those together, whew, that is some beautiful glow. I am gonna take a little bit of my Chantecaille as a natural highlighter. You guys know I like to do this. This is the shade Petal. It has like a pinky undertone. Oh, it's just like that perfect pink. It just looks so pretty, and it just really gives a highlight but a blur at the same time. So I'm just taking it on the highlighted points of my face where it still shows the glow because it's so thin, smooths like no other. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Film and Glow. I think that's what it's called. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, I am using the contour shade, and I want to say this is the light medium one or fair light. I'll show you guys right there. And I'm just kind of going over that contour wand, setting that down with that contour shade. Really, really pretty. This is gonna barely show up on your skin if you don't have like a cream contour underneath. If you're my skin tone, it barely shows up on me, just so you guys know that. So I am gonna go in with the airbrush powder in medium, shade 2, because that definitely does serve as a contour shade for my skin tone. It has very, very neutral undertones. But again, this is a powder that is so finely milled that shade 2 just barely shows up. I have a full review on these bronzers. I did my brows off camera, but I do want to show you guys, if you are a Glam Fam sister from the past, you know this used to be my holy grail brow gel. I think it's a different name now. It used to be called Linda, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury. I want to say it's called Taupe now, but I'll put the name right there. I'm taking the Armani 21 Warm Brown. You guys know I just talked about this in the last video. I've done a short on this. I can't stop using this as my eyeshadow base. This is what I do pretty much for every look now. This just makes my eyeshadow stay on forever. I love this product. I'm just taking that Sephora number 57 brush, and I'm just taking that and building out that crease area, building that transition area. It's just such an easy method. I don't use this contour color. I use my Surratt one, but this one works as well. I still love my Surratt one more though, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Eyeshadow Quads, and I don't know the name of it. I can't see right there, so it's kind of worn off, so I'm gonna have to go search for it, but I'll put the name right there. But this is a very beautiful warm palette. I have the Sophisticate that I really like, but this is my other one. These are more warm shades. I wanted to have more of a warm tone look, and I'm just going in with a What's Up Beauty brush, and I'll put the numbers right there. I want to say it's an R102, but I might be wrong. I can't see with my eyes. I'm just taking that into that like like a terracotta brown shade, I would say, medium brown, but this shade has a lot of depth to it. I mean, it blends out really beautifully, but these shades are highly pigmented. Going in with that darker shade now and just really pinching that in at the outer V area. That's a BK Beauty, I want to say A504, the smaller one. And I'm just allowing that to really stay tight in that outer V crease area. I'm just gonna take that onto my rougher number 23. I know that brush because I use it all the time. And I'm just gonna kind of start smoking out that lower lash line, using that kind of as a liner. And that dark brown is so incredibly beautiful. Again, just the quality is so impeccable. If you've never tried a Charlotte Tilbury quad, definitely when there's another sale or using you can use my 15% off code and get yourself 15% off if you don't want to wait for a Sephora sale. And I'm just taking that terracotta shade now and going underneath the dark brown. Really pretty, just going back in with that same first shade we started off with and just kind of circling it all around the eye. And then I'm going in with shade Tan, the medium matte bronzer, sorry, not medium, the tan bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just taking it back onto that rougher number 15 brush that we used earlier to do the transition shade. And I'm just taking that above everything and starting to just kind of mesh it all together. That just really blends everything together. It's that right tone. Now I'm going to take it onto my cheeks for some bronzing with my Hakuhodo brush. And I like to take it on the back of my hand because it can be a little bit powdery, which can come off a little patchy if you're not careful. That's why I like to do it off the back of my hand. Now I'm going in with the Eyes to Mesmerize from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is Oyster Pearl. Now this is a very neutral, almost leaning cool tone type of base, but I'm going to show you guys how you can make this work. I didn't have a more gold tone one, and I wanted to use Charlotte Tilbury and not my Pat McGrath, even though I really wanted to use my Pat McGrath. But I wanted to use this because we're doing more Charlotte Tilbury in this look. You will see, you can make it work because the color tone we're gonna use is gonna look gold anyway. And it actually will tame down the gold a little. I mean, you can see right there, Oyster Pearl is so pretty. It's not cool, it's more like a neutral shade, I would say. Now I'm going in with the mini Blush and Glow. You guys know I love this palette and I love the pink one, the fair medium, but this is the medium tan one. I can't use that highlighter on my cheekbones. It comes off too ashy, it's too dark, but I love it on the eyelids. Now it's a very yellow orange tone, which is why using it over the Oyster Pearl is going to tone that down and give me that perfect champagne shade. Really pretty. Do you guys see, like, it does, even though it looked kind of more neutral, almost leaning cool, now it's warming up again. But I wanted a little bit more sparkle, so I added in a little bit of my Danessa Myricks Gold Mine from the Color Fix pigments, and oh, you guys, oh my gosh, you can see on my face, yes, 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 it's just giving me that little extra gold I wanted for this particular look. And this always makes all my looks look so beautiful. I use Gold Mine for everything, you guys. I have like 5 of them. Like, seriously, I have one in my travel bag, one in my purse in case I mess up my eyeshadow. It's just the absolute best. Now I'm going back into the highlighter from the Contour Duo, and I'm putting that on the brow bone. And then I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. And then a little bit on the nose. Taking a little bit of that contour shade and just kind of blend that into the inner corner. Now I'm gonna go in with a MAC older blush brush. It's not available anymore, and I'm just taking the blush portion of that Tan Deep Mini Blush and Glow, and that looks really pretty it's more of a terracotta color, so it looks gorgeous with bronzed looks. Oh, you guys, I love these bronzed looks for the summer. It's so pretty. Now I'm gonna take a little bit onto my Wayne Goss brush of the blush, and we're gonna start making that monochromatic and putting that into the eyes. And that is just a nice way to tie everything together. Now, I don't like the highlighter that Charlotte Tilbury has, so I'm going to use my Rare Beauty one. And this is in exhilarate. It's more of a champagne tone. The color tones I have with Charlotte Tilbury and my highlighters are more pink undertones, so that's why I used that. Now I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, one of my favorite shades ever made in lip liners. Not my favorite lip liner, but probably my third. I would say Anastasia Beverly Hills is number one, you guys know that. Then I would say Pat McGrath, and then I would say my Charlotte Tilbury next. But I love Iconic Nude. It's such a beautiful color. I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills because I don't have a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in Peachy Nude. Really beautiful. My favorite shade I use on every look. It's just my holy grail lip product right now. I absolutely love, love, love that product. It's amazing. And that looks really good with that look, so I couldn't resist. Now I'm gonna go in with the new Charlotte Tilbury, and this is her new Plumping Gasm glosses. I did a short on this. This is in Fair Medium. Really beautiful. It's not the biggest plump. I still love my Polite Society more. That is how the final look turned out. It is really beautiful. We're almost at a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. Not quite there, but a couple products I used offhand. But other than that, I have to say the way I utilized it in this look is my favorite way to utilize this serum stick. So I am going to roll over into my midday check-in. I'm already at like 8 hours of wearing this product, and then I'll get to my final thoughts after that. So I will see you guys in the midday check-in. All right, Glam fam, so I wanted to do a midday check-in just to show you guys really quick what it looks like outside. It is really beautiful. I absolutely think this shade is a perfect match to my skin tone. Would I like a little bit lighter shade? Yes, but I do think it is really beautiful, and I think this wears really nice. I'll roll over into some B-roll of me wearing it on the second day. I forgot to film the first day, but the second day I have footage, and I'm just wearing a little bit of the tear. I kept my makeup look very natural there, and not a lot of powder there, so it wore really nice. That was about 7 hours into wearing that, and I have to say it looked beautiful. But remember, I have dry skin, so just keep that in mind. I don't know how this is going to react for my oily skin girlies, but we'll talk about that later on in my final thoughts and ratings and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, back in studio. We are at the end of the day now. I've had this on for 8 hours, and I have to say, you guys, it's wearing really beautiful, as it did the other day as well. So you guys got to see both of those outdoor check-ins. One was just obviously B-roll, but the other one you were able to see earlier what this looked like in outdoor lighting, which I like to show you guys, and I hope you appreciate, because I want you guys to be able to see what it looks like outside of my studio lights. So let's go over my rate card. You guys, if you're new here, I like to rate the products that I talk about and review. A lot of our Glam Fam sisters like this, and I take a look at the application. How does this apply? Is it easy to work with? And then I look at the finish and wear. How does it look on my skin, and how long does it wear on my skin? And then I look at the shades. Was I able to find a shade within that shade range? And then I like to look at the packaging. How is it packaged? Is it going to be a nuisance? And then I look at whether I'm going to repurchase the product, and then I give you guys my final glam score. So let's take a look at application. What's most important to me when looking at application is, how does it apply? Did this apply easy? Was I able to use any tool to apply it? I personally don't love to do that, so I utilized it with her brush that she recommended, which I love. I love that Hollywood complexion brush, and I have to say, you guys, this is very smooth. It just, you can swipe it on and just go at it. There's really not a whole lot of effort to it. Like she said, you can do it in less than 5 seconds, and truly you can apply this in less than 5 seconds. It's that easy. It really does apply very smooth and evenly, and it doesn't have any interruptions with other products, which I really look for when I look at application. I want to make sure this is just an easy product for anyone at any level to achieve, and I have to say application was a solid 5 out of 5. As far as the finish and wear, I like to look at, how does this finish look? Does it make my skin look ruddy? Does it make it look too greasy? Does it make it look does it emphasize my texture? And then how long does it wear? So let's take a look at those percentages. I usually like to do this post editing because I like to think about it and really kind of marinate in it. But what I can confidently tell you now is the quality is impeccable, 100%. Made in Italy, 12-month shelf life. The quality when you put it on, it feels luxurious. It feels smoothing and beautiful. Is it blurring like the claims say? I don't think it's blurring, but I do think it's smoothing, if that helps you guys. As far as the radiance, the glow level, I mean, 100%. I think it's even more glowy than the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And again, because it is a thicker formula, you are going to see a little bit more of that Tin Man glow. It is really pretty, but once you put your foundations and your powders over it, it really tames that down, but you can still see the glow underneath, where if you do that with the Hollywood Flawless Filter, it kind of just goes away. So that's what I do love about the foundation stick. There was no creasing, you guys. I was really impressed with the 0 creasing. So I was really impressed with that. So I'm gonna give Finish and Wear a solid 4 out of 5. As for the shade range, 20 flexible shades is pretty darn good for what this product is. Again, think of it more as like a skin tint highlighter. That's what I would think of that as. So you can't ask for 50 shades in that. 20 flexible ones, because you really can be between shades, is pretty darn good. As for shade 4, I do think if you're a twinsy to me and you want something to identically match your skin, it is beautiful. And it still gives you the radiance and glow even with that skin tone, where usually you have to go a little bit lighter to make that happen. I don't feel like you have to do that with this particular product. Now, would I like a little bit lighter and a little bit more golden for my taste? Yes, but I still think shade 4 is absolutely stunning and I love it. I'm gonna keep it. I just would like to maybe add on the 3 if I could. So we'll have to see. Altogether, I'm gonna give shade range a solid 5 out of 5. I think it is a really beautiful undertone. As for the packaging, oh my gosh, you guys, this packaging is superb. It's just Charlotte Tilbury to the T. It always is so beautiful and classy. I love the detail. I love everything about the packaging. I love the component. It's very easy to get on and off. There's no struggles. Just make sure that when you don't go up too high with it, and I'll show you guys how much product you get out of that packaging just so you guys can see right there. But just make sure that you twist it all the way down, because you do not want that hanging out and then put the cap on in a hurry and then you take off part of the product. So just, I know from personal experience, do that. But I do like that it's nice and secure. It's very lightweight for traveling or throwing in your makeup bag. I am gonna give packaging, all of that said, a solid 5 out of 5, you guys. It's just absolutely stunning packaging. As far as repurchasing this product, those are the things I look for when I'm repurchasing a foundation, because that's what this is supposed to be. But I have to think of it in not foundation terms. So I need a little bit more time with this product. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 3 times is not enough for me to say, oh my gosh, for sure, I'm gonna run out and repurchase this product. But the requirements that I go into whether or not I'll repurchase a product, yes, it was very easy to blend and it was very smoothing. I was able to find my shade. As far as coverage goes, you guys know how I feel about that, but it does look very natural and you do get some pigment out of it, and it does wear well, and it had like 0 creasing, so that was amazing. So as far as repurchasing right now, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 just because I'm not sure whether or not, I'm not 100% sure whether or not I would repurchase it again. So we're looking at a total glam score of 23 out of 25. Now you're gonna ask me, Kristi, would you recommend buying this product? That is up to you guys, because this is a very specific product. This is not for everybody. Not everybody likes that glowy Tin Man look, okay? Some people just like a solid matte look. But all in all, you guys, I am very, very impressed with this foundation stick. So there are other products though, if you're like, I don't know if those are my thing, but do you have any other recommendations? These are my top glowy products, and I'll show you guys right there. Those are all the top ones that I like for the same type of method on how I would utilize this product. These are the products that I go to all the time. Now, one is not available anymore, so I never talk about it. And I would say that was the closest to the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Probably a little less glowy, but this NARS, this was the Tinted Glow Booster. Oh my gosh, I ran out of the light one, so this is the medium shade one. so incredibly good. They do not have this product anymore. I'm so bummed. So I have like a full medium one just because I only used this one during the summertime. I am really sad that they got rid of it. These are the two products I like to use for this same type of look, maybe not as tin glowy as this one is, but oh my God, these are incredible. And you guys know I just did a review on this, and this is the MAC Strobe Dewy Skin Tint in shade Light 1. It is impeccable. Since the day I released that video, I have not stopped using this product. It is truly 25 out of 25 for me. It is so incredibly good. So check out my full review on that. This is amazing. And you can actually use this one as a foundation. So I would say if you're like, Kristi, I'd like to know the difference between the two, I should probably do a comparison. Maybe I'll do a short on that. And then as far as the Lumi Glow, this is just a very good alternative to this one, a very affordable alternative to this one. So this is like 30 something dollars. This is like $15, depending on where you get it. You can probably get it even cheaper on Amazon. So this is amazing. I probably utilize this one even more than this one just because I love mixing this with, I did it in a video a couple months back. I mixed it with my Maybelline skin tint. Oh my God. I think it was a sunscreen video. I want to say it was a sunscreen video. I did. I'll pop the card right there. So good. And you get that beautiful glow. You guys know, you've seen me apply this on camera. If you haven't, if you're new to my channel, check out my older videos, but those are my favorite glowing products out of all of these. So I'll show you guys all the swatches right there. So you can kind of see the textures as well. And then the Hollywood Flawless filter also in that. And that one is very dark on me, shade 4. I think I would have to go down to a 3 to really appreciate that product. But anyway, I hope that was helpful to you guys in making your decision whether or not you wanted to purchase this brand new Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick. So thank you for watching, you guys. I really love that you guys love all the things that I include, like the details, the ingredients, the ratings, and all of that. It's really helpful when you share that feedback. So thank you so much. And if you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the post notification bell. Join our beautiful glam fam. We're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. It really does help my videos out when you say hello in the comment section and when you hit the like button. So that really, really helps me out. You can check out my shorts. I upload typically Monday through Wednesday, but it could be hit or miss sometimes during the week on YouTube. And I'm also over on Instagram. You can check out my reels, and I'm also on TikTok. I'd love for you to follow me on all of my socials. You can check out my blog, KristiAllure.com. All of the links will be available on my blog website, and my coupon codes and stuff like that. Don't forget, I do have the Charlotte Tilbury affiliate link and the 15% off code to help you guys out if you decide to purchase any of these products I utilized today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday